that served her power and convenience, not her peace. And I was standing there, a child waiting to be seen. But she never learned the difference between what's convenient and what real care could mean. That selective kind of love leaves the soft ones in the dark, leaves the most vulnerable forgotten while they tend to the chosen parts. They called it generosity, but it was just a mask they wore, a way to hold their image up and keep the power feeling sure. Selective support. They gave the minimum, called it grace. Selective support. While the real ones never saw their face, they built a world on pretty lies, on debts disguised as love or pride. But I was never blind, I see it now for what it was. Selective support, a hidden lie. My father's duty wasn't something you negotiate, but he treated my existence like a favor he could weigh. Responsibility is simple, a child's heart is not a trade, but he let the burden fall on others and then walked the other way. Blood don't make a family, not the kind that truly stands. Family is who steps forward when the world breaks in your hands, the ones who hold you when you fracture, not the ones who turn away, the ones who stay when it gets heavy, not the ones who came to play. Selective compassion. You gave the minimum and called it care. Selective support. But I'm not living in that lie you wear. I found the ones who stood beside me, even when the sky was torn. That's the family I choose now, and from that fire I was reborn. Selective support. Nothing can touch my heart no more. You still after me from your golden little throne. Treated love like a prize I had to earn. Excuse my father while he left me on my own. Let my heart bleed out while you watched it burn. You chose convenience, chose the ones who bow, built a kingdom out of silence and fear. I became the example you held to the crowd. You'll be alone if you act like her. Is that trouble you wanna stir? You never cared, you just cared who stayed in line. You never loved me, just the power in design. But here's the truth you buried deep behind your claim. I wasn't the weak one, I just saw through your game. To the woman who thought God was her mirror, I was never broken, I was never less. You turned your back so you could look clearer, but your reflection's built on emptiness. You made me the threat so your world stayed superior, but I rose from the ache you left me in. To the woman who thought God was her mirror, isn't it ironic? I was not the one who sinned. Selective compassion. You mark those you love, by who bends and bows just to belong. To make you feel powerful, to watch someone break themselves to pieces just to earn your approval. Selective compassion. Your coldest removal.